this party started. It is 9:01 on the dottle. So let's do the darn thing so that we can get done. You can get on with your lives. Not that this is not the most important part of your life. Okay.
Totally is.
Totally is. Let's be clear. Live, breathe it.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So we want to talk about challenge groups. And then we're going to go over the calendar for January, and we're going to kind of take it off from there. Laura was going to be on the
unmute yourself.
Thank you for that. I was just going to town. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about overview of January, how we're going to start the year, something new that we're doing with our challenge groups. You are more than welcome to try and join with us. And then I'm going to pass it over to Jessica. She's going to talk over the calendar. Laura was supposed to be on the call with us, but unfortunately she got sick. So send some prayers her way because she's not feeling good right now. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and start with challenge groups. So we know that the Health Bet is coming up. It starts next Monday, January 9th, and it goes through February 5th. How many of us in here are using the Challenge Tracker app? Some of us not. Okay. So Jessica and I transferred our groups over, I believe, in September to the Challenge Tracker app. And we've solely been on the Challenge Tracker app. I like it. I think it's great for tracking your Shakeology, making sure that people are doing it. You know your people are drinking it if they're posting it. If they're not, you can go and check on the week view and be like, you only had it 2 days this week. And it's a great way for them to check if they're doing their workouts. I love the tracking portion. I think we're in a tracking society where people have Fitbits. They're used to tracking. So I love that. One of the issues that we've seen is that sometimes people are saying they kind of miss the engagement from Facebook. One of the things that I miss or I would like to do more is to be able to go live. So something that we're trying, we're going to try it because I feel like we're always trying new things. This business is, I think I love that we constantly get to change and evolve and see what's working and how can we improve upon it. So Jessica and I have decided to start a Facebook group. We're going to go back to a Facebook group, but we're going to have the Challenge Tracker app available because we know our participants love to track their activity. And honestly, I like to see what they are and they aren't doing. So this is something that we're going to try. Our first group in January, our prep week starts tomorrow. We'll be posting on Facebook, encouraging them to track in the app. And then on Sunday nights, we're going to do big shout outs for those that have tracked, because we want to reward, activity that we want them to do. So that might be, we do a shout out, and for the people who track the most over the course of the challenge, we'll probably do a giveaway, a drawing, raffle for some sort of prize because we like to give prizes in our groups. So that's what we're going to do there. 21 days or 30 days, because we're doing the Health Bet, will be on Facebook. Then our game plan is we are going to put them, all of our veteran challengers, we're going to roll them, and if they want to keep going with us, instead of having them start again at a day one with a new crop in veterans, what we're going to do is we're going to roll our veterans over into a veteran group, and we're going to treat it like a challenge group where we're posting every day, going live in there as a way to just continue them going. But that way our newbies we can have the same 21 or 30-day templates and just run them for people who have never been in a challenge group with us. Does that make sense at all what I'm talking about? Are y'all following? So one new group for everybody. They can track on the app too. We'll do shout outs. And then those people that graduate, we're going to put them in a different group as veterans, still treated as a challenge group. But we won't necessarily say day one, day two, day three. We'll pop in live as just a way to encourage them. Jessica and I have been talking about, I'm going to start a hybrid calendar. So I finished Quarter Force and I've just kind of been popping around, but I found a hybrid calendar for 21 Day Fix and Quarter Force. So I'm going to be doing a hybrid for the next 30 days because I just wanted to try it. So in our veteran group, we'll probably be putting, whenever I have a new meal plan, of course they're going to get it. For those that want to do a hybrid calendar of multiple mixed workouts, but still in a systematic way where they can actually get results, we'll be posting them in there too. So that's kind of our game plan for challenge groups. We're going to see how it goes. That's just kind of what we're going to do. If whatever you're doing is working and you're loving it, cool. Keep on keeping on. This is just something that we're going to try because we really want to increase our engagement, but also get them those that love to track be able to track. Jessica, you want to add anything else on that?
The only thing that I'll add on that is that for them to go into our veteran challenge group, they still have to be on Shakeology Home Direct. They can change workouts, they can kind of vary it up that way, but we want to make sure that we're giving the same quality of service, and we don't want it to be flooded with just a bunch of people who aren't doing anything. So we will be going through it each month and taking out people who aren't actively participating. Not that they need to be commenting, because you have those flies on the wall who just love the support, but they you only text back and forth. They don't actually exist on the page. That's okay. But if you have people who have just jumped off the map and that happens, take them out, because you don't want it to end up being 50, 60, 100 people, because that takes away kind of that feel of it being close and pushing in a community. So they have to be on Shakeology Home Direct and then continue with their workouts. Only requirement is to keep going.
So one thing I will say about that is that I definitely need to be more diligent on checking who's continuing on HD. So if you go into your Coach Online office, you can go and look at My Customers. And if you scroll under, you can see, are they on Home Direct? There will be a Y for yes or an N for no. I need to do a better job of tracking where my challengers are. Are they still on Shakeology? Are they not? And so I feel like I was putting them, either they were staying in a challenge group with me, which was sometimes good, sometimes not, but they're like, it's kind of old information, I already know it already, or they were going in Fit for Life or ongoing accountability that was just open to anyone on Shakeology or not. And I felt like I wasn't really giving them the most that I could. So that's why I'm trying this out. It's going to cause me to really be more diligent in tracking my customers. How are they doing? And still pushing them in different ways. Because I think sometimes too, I think it's a beautiful thing when I have challengers that are with me for an entire year, but they need to be pushed a little bit differently than somebody who's literally on day 1 versus somebody who's on day 101. So this is something that we're trying. So if you're going to be jumping in our challenge group, please know you're going to be added to the app. You can track or not. It's up to you. And then you'll also be added to the Facebook group.
The other thing that's great about tracking in the app is that you get to add your before pictures, your progress photos. And so that's a nice place to, instead of having your challengers send the progress and before and after pictures to you personally, it's a lot less intimidating to put it on the app.
Yeah.
So even if they allow you access to see it, they don't get as intimidated to send it to somebody. Sometimes, you have those people who don't want to send it. And then Genevieve, we're considering anyone who has gone through their first challenge a veteran. So for January, we're putting in old people and new people because we're kind of starting this fresh idea. Beyond January, everyone that's gone through the January challenge group would then move over to the veteran challenge group.
But are you asking specifically what's a fun name that we're calling it?
Oh, what's the fun? Oh, yeah. I'm most creative in the morning, so I'll let you know.
And yes, Rochelle, only the personally sponsored coach in the app can see their pictures.
Yeah. I'm someone who works well under pressure, so I'll get back to you when it's 2 minutes before it's due.
Okay.
Any questions about that before we move on to next topic? Chat or speak now. Okay. Fabulous. All right, I'm going to pull up the calendar so that we can go through that, and then we'll kind of dive into everything on the calendar, and then we're going to end with our top tips for success on what we have learned in the last 2 years of this most fabulous coaching business. So I'm going to share my screen so we can see the calendar. I've also posted it in Team VIP, so you should have it. Take a picture of it, put it on your phone, because then it's easier for you to come back to. All right, can everybody see me and hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I put it where I couldn't see myself. Okay. All right, so January. So first at the very top, so new coach bootcamp. We have changed the way we do bootcamp like 11 billion times because we're constantly trying to do something that is successful and doesn't overwhelm people but gives them what they need to know. So Coach Bootcamp is now 5 days long. So it's only 5 days of training, one piece of training every day. Then the second week, the following week, there's a week of just accountability for the Power of Threes tracker. Of course, there's tons of trackers, and as their personally sponsored coach, you can recommend any tracker that you think will work or let them figure out what works best for them because you guys all know a different tracker works better for everybody. So you figure out what works for you or your downline and go forth. But for bootcamp, 5 days of learning and then 5 days of accountability, practicing using that checklist every day because that's truly what will make you successful or not in this business is whether or not you're consistent every day. So a checklist of some kind must have. So that's New Coach Bootcamp. Those are the dates. So we have one starting tomorrow. You should have seen it pop up in Team VIP so that you can add your people if you need to. Prep week, and day ones you see. I'm not going to go through that too heavily because you can see it on the calendar. But what I want to point out, something else that Raquel and I are going to add, we dabbled in it in the fall, but we didn't do it consistently, is doing a Zoom call, a live Zoom call with our challengers the Thursday before our day one. Because they really do, they really do get so much energy off of seeing your personality and seeing who this coach is that they're going to have leading them and who else is in the group with them. And it's just nice to be able to have that open forum for them to ask questions, for you to tell them what's going on, and that live setting. Videos are great, but that live interaction, there's just something to it. So we're plugging that in the Thursday of our preseason. So you can see that there. And again, you can lock into our groups. You can run your own schedule this way, or you can take this calendar and tear it up and do your own darn thing. It is up to you. It's your business. We just lay it out so that you can see this is what we're doing. You can kind of make with it what works best. Super Saturday is on the 7th. It's this Saturday. So please, 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 if you have the opportunity, go to a Super Saturday. You can look online to see the closest one to you. Raquel and I will be going to Austin. I know that Laura and Natalie will be going to College Station. I know that Lisa, for sure, and I'm sure everybody else in that area will be going to Dallas. Lisa's just who I see. So if you can go to Super Saturday, make it a chance. What is Super Saturday quickly? Once a quarter, the different cities of coaches come together, and the market council for that city pulls together an event. It's training, it's a workout. It's just a great time to get together with other coaches in your area, learn what they're doing, what their best practices are, and just kind of get out of your own way. It just rejuvenates you. And to have that opportunity 3 hours on a Saturday morning, awesome. Or Sunday, they have Super Sunday too. So either one. Team calls every Sunday at 9. Be here or be square. It is the livelihood of our business. We love these team calls. We so appreciate you getting on, and we work really hard to make sure that they're valuable and they're efficient for you. So we hope that you love them too. If you have feedback or requests on what you want to see on team calls, don't hesitate to reach out to us and say, hey, we'd love to learn about this, or hey, would you do a call that has this incorporated? We want to help you grow. So whatever you need, let us know. So we've got Health Bet. Health Bet's 30 days long. If you have questions about Health Bet, definitely we can talk about it at the end, or we'll be posting about it in Team VIP this week. Or you can FAQ it, which is always your best first source of information. So we have Health Bet that will start the 9th. It'll go through February 5th. 21-day challenge will go through February 5th as well. So they'll end on the same time. Team Cup. Team Cup will be happening in February 1st through the end of February. 5 people on a team, only 1 diamond per team. The goal of Team Cup is that you come together as a team of 5. You don't have to have the same personally sponsored coach. It doesn't matter who's downline, who's in. It doesn't matter. Just grab anybody in Team VIP, and you have 5 people, only 1 diamond. You don't have to have a diamond, but you can have a max of 1 diamond. And you're pushing to get the most Success Club points that you can as a team collectively. It's such a good way to kind of get out of ruts, push yourself, have some people hold you accountable. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. We will all be participating in this. Sign up starts the 16th and goes through the end of January. You'll see more information on that pop up. Business opportunity on the 19th, so that's a Thursday. So please make sure, check this out. It's on a Thursday the 19th. You want to be publicly inviting to that starting now. So start peppering little things about what you're doing as a coach. Then the week of the 9th, 10th, and 11th, put out some invites talking about this live event. Don't do what I do a terrible job of and invite to it on the 17th when it happens on the 19th. Don't do that to yourself. That's just silliness. Start inviting to it now. Start getting some seeds planted now so that when it becomes upon it, you've got a lot more prospects and a lot more opportunity. And we'll give you the details, the call link, and all that information as it gets closer. And then let me see. Other things are on sale. December challenge packs, which is Quarter Force, 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme, country heat. I'm sure there's something else I'm missing on the December challenge packs, but it's the same challenge packs. It says limited time, so I don't know if they're going to last all month long. Obviously, the most valuable challenge pack is the All Access. I am so excited about this because I feel like it is the best bang for our customers' buck, and I really feel good about my customers getting it because I know they're going to be set up for success, and I love it. It's simple, it's easy, there's no questions. If you have questions about how to invite to it, what to say, need extra verbiage, Raquel posted some great verbiage last week. Check it out on Team VIP. If you have something you run into specifically, post it. And so we can talk about it. We can figure it out. I have had no issues at the price point of $199. I don't know about you guys. Of course, you're always going to have some money objections, but the $199 price point, because you get so much, you get a year access and you get Shakeology for a month. Like, it's ridiculous. They're having the All Access Challenge Pack is available through February. Beyond February, they'll kind of reevaluate. They'll see what's going on. Does someone chat? I can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot find it. Okay, I'll show you a screenshot, but if you look under challenge packs on your BB links, you'll see it as annual all access. I think that's what messes people up.
She has an Android. But Kristen, that link I sent you, just save that in a note with your coach ID. I couldn't find it either. And in one of the groups I was in, somebody posted it, and that's the link that I've been sending people. I just switched out your coach ID to my number. So I would just try to save that in a note in your phone for future.
And Ginny Bobo has Android. Use coach codes. There we go. Okay, so back to that. It'll be available for the end of February, and then they'll decide what they're going to do beyond that. For us as coaches, you get 3 Success Club points for All Access Challenge Pack. You will get 2 Success Club points that you see immediately. With the way the system works, it only allows 2 points. Every Tuesday, that 3rd point will get kicked in manually. So let's say you sold 2 all annual challenge packs and you only see 4 points instead of 6. This coming Tuesday, you'll see those extra 2 points get added on. Hopefully that makes sense. So they'll update every Tuesday. So for instance, for this month, if you had a challenge pack sold on the 31st that was an all access for 3 points, that 3rd point is still going to count for your December numbers, even though it won't be updated till Tuesday. So Genevieve won't be posting our final December Success Club points until Tuesday, so that those 3rd points that are hanging on can be caught. If you had a previous customer purchase a challenge pack, and they purchase a challenge pack, you already received 2 points for them. Let's say they purchased it in October, and then they decided, man, this all access is awesome. They purchased an all access in January. Now you're only allowed 2 Success Club points per customer, but you will get that 3rd, so you'll get 1 point. Hopefully that makes sense. Normally you're only allowed 2 Success Club points per customer, but because there's 3 on the all access, you get that 1 point that's left over. Let me see the chat. Hopefully that's not anything I need to answer.
I'm answering it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Super Saturday, we talked about that. Things to sign up for. So this is important. So Team Cup, look at these FAQs, 1801. You can look at the details on that, and we'll start to get that ball rolling. Success Club trip for 2018. So 2017 Success Club trip is in April and May of this year. And we had to sign up for it in January of last year. Our very first year, we totally missed the boat, signed up late, got on a wait list. This will be the first time we get to attend a Success Club trip. Let's just say that. However, that comes at the end of January. You'll get notifications about that. But towards the end of January is when you sign up for the opportunity to go. There is no wait list for Success Club 2018. They're changing the way they did it. So if you were a coach last year, it'll be different. If you just became a coach, it doesn't matter. You have no idea, and don't worry about it. Don't confuse yourself. But if you were a coach last year, so they used to do where you signed up in January and everybody got to sign up at the same time, and there was a long, long wait list, just depending on the order in which you signed up. Now they do sign-ups depending on how well you did last year in your business on things like Success Club, rank advancement, leadership ladder advancement. You will get your sign-up link sent to you via email. So don't stress about it. We'll give you more information. Just be on the lookout. What's most important, 2017 Summit. If you're a new coach, a current coach, an old coach, if you don't already have your 2017 ticket to Summit, get on the wait list. If you're a coach that's still within your first 3 months of business and you're shooting for Success Starter, keep going on with your bad self. Remember, the first 3 months of business that you're a coach, you hit Success Club 5 or more, you achieve that free ticket to Summit. Whether or not that happens, it's in New Orleans, it's in July, it's going to be amazing. We're all going to be there. So make sure that you get on the wait list now. Any questions about that or the calendar or anything on the calendar that I missed, Raquel?
No, they'll be announcing the summit trip at Super Saturday. So we'll know Saturday what the
2018 trip.
2018 successful trip is.
We have a question.
Yes.
For coaches who got Higgs Success Club their first 3 months and they were comped the ticket to Summit, when do they get notified?
They will get an email. Don't stress about it. I promise you'll get it. They just, sometimes it takes a while, and sometimes they have, like, you'll get it. Promise. Yes, as long as you should have already got an email that said you're a success starter. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Then if you've gotten that email, then you will get your ticket. But if maybe you flaked out, you blacked out your first 9 months of business and you're just now kicking it into high gear, don't let that, then you forget, you don't even realize there is a summit. So get your little hiney bow on the wait list. Everybody on the wait list gets off.
Yeah.
In the past, let me just not lie. Every year previously, if you're on the wait list, you'll get a ticket. But if you wait until summit to try to get a ticket, you can't. So just get on the wait list. Maybe it comes up and then you decide you can't go, don't want to go, whatever. You don't have to. You don't have to pay anything to get on the wait list. So just get on it, because it's an amazing opportunity and it's so eye-opening for those that went this year. I'm sure they would tell you guys, it just really changes your perspective and it changes your belief in yourself. Like, it just does. So make it a mission. Okay. So the other thing we're going to talk about is tips for 2017. Before we move into that, any questions about calendar, setting it up, inviting, any of that? Okay. So Raquel, why don't you start with your tip and then I'll go, since I've been talking a mile a minute.
Okay, so yes, we wanted to give you just our top tips to how to have the best 2017. And I've been racking my brain on how to have what is my top tip, and it stresses me out. But my tip, we talked about this before, so I'm not going to talk on it too much, but just be consistent. I'm going to be really honest. I think everyone, we talked about this, I just talked about this on another call, we're all at 0 right now. Top coaches, Melanie Metro, the top 10. Literally today, we're on an even playing field. So whatever your goals are for this business, just know you can do it. But I will say, start out the first quarter strong. If you can start out January, February, March pushing hard, you're going to set yourself up for really, really great momentum and success. I know I will also say this. Find yourself a success partner in our group, not in our group, doesn't matter, or find someone you can connect with. Connect with your upline sponsor. Sometimes I talk about this with my coaches sometimes too, it's I don't want to bug you. So if you need me, I'm here. I think Jessica could say the same thing, but I don't want to be that naggy coach. It's hey, did you do your chakra today? How are you doing? How are you not? I'll be that person for you, but unless you tell me you want that, I don't want to step on your toes. But you need someone to push you. You're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. And sometimes it's just talking to somebody and being I'm struggling right now and I don't want to post another selfie of me on Facebook. I've said that. I've said that to Jessica where I'm if I have to post another picture of myself on Facebook, I'm going to throw up, right? And that happens. So when you're there, don't be there alone. Reach out to any single one of us and say, hey, I need help. I need motivation, whatever it is, just know that you're not alone. So I guess that's 3 tips. Consistent. Even when you don't want to, you need to do it, right? If you really want to grow this business. Start out strong, push so hard this first quarter. And then you're not in this alone. If you need help, reach out, find a success partner, reach out to your upline. We're here, whatever you need. I love our team so much. I feel I could literally reach out to any single one of you. Even if I've never had a one-on-one conversation, I have no doubt I could reach out to any single one of you and y'all would be there for me, which is awesome, right? So those are my top 3 tips. Jessica, go. I couldn't narrow it down to one.
They're no, Raquel, actually I would not be here for you. Just kidding. Okay, so Laura texted me her tips and she is dying currently, poor baby. Let me pull it up. Okay, so Laura's tips, and she is diehard about this, and I'm telling you it works. Daily tracker changed her life. Like, you have to make it happen. She is a fan of the Power of Three checklist. That's what she uses. I use like a big like monthly one because my brain operates differently. So whatever works for you, but you have to do something that forces you to check in daily. Don't do something that you look at only on Sundays or whatever. You have to do something that you check off daily. And then she also said to get coaches early in the year, focus on hitting Success Club yourself, and help your coaches hit Success Club. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. It seriously is that simple. We just had our diamond call right before this call, and that's what we were talking about, is that this business is so easy to overcomplicate, but at the end of the day, you're sharing your journey on social media, hit Success Club by helping people, teach your coaches to do the same thing. And don't let it get complicated beyond that, because it can. And then that's when people get overwhelmed and they bounce because they're like, ooh, it's too much. Don't let it be too much. So that's definitely Laura's, and she's amazing at her checklist. Like, if you need some motivation, for sure. My tips, number one, get a Success Club partner. Our Success Club partner. Get a success partner. So someone that is going to be your person. Like, we were making fun of Brittany today because she posted her Success Club partner with her cute tank top. But like, that is what I friggin' love, when I see you guys post about each other and your success partners. Like, that is who is going to pull you out of it. Raquel and I talk about this all the time. 2 years ago, if we did not start this business at the same time, there is not a chance in HE double hockey sticks that we would have stuck it out. Not at all, because we didn't know what we were doing. We would have just floundered. You have to have somebody to bounce ideas off of, and you have to have somebody to put your feet back on the ground. There are many a time when Raquel, Laura, and I have conversations and we're like, okay, settle. Like, you need to just chill. Like, here's where we're at. Like, this is what's happening. We should be grateful. Whatever it is that you need for that day. But sometimes you need that person to lift you up, and sometimes you need that person to shoot you straight. Here's my one that is like so important. And don't be mad at me for being mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying it is what it is. You have got to get over yourself and drop your excuses. Like, I am not kidding you. That is my tip. Get over yourself and drop your excuses, because you cannot, there's not an excuse in the world that you cannot make this business successful. You just can't. There's always going to be stuff that happens. Like, this year, I was really like worried about my business because I was pregnant and I had just decided I was going to be at home, but I was working a full-time job from home, which I'll tell you is a terrible idea. Still doing it. And then I had a newborn. I was like, this year is going to be rough. And it has been. It has been rough. But I was like, just keep going, just keep going. And that is what you have to do. Like, you have got to keep going. Don't let yourself give yourself excuses. If you fall off the track, tell somebody to pull you back up, like Raquel was saying. But if you decide that this business is not for you, and you decide that you don't want to be successful in this business, then you have to know that it is a decision. You are not a victim of circumstance of the Beachbody gods. You will either be successful because you decide to be, or you won't because you decide to be. And you have to know that. And I say that with the toughest of love, and I hope you're not like, Jessica, I just started hating you. But I'm saying it from my own perspective, because when I say it, I'm saying it to myself. There's so many opportunities when you could just duck and cover, or you could just be like, this is just too hard, or this happened to me, or it's harder for me than it is for this person. It's not. Dive into personal development, dive into your goals, have your vision board, get that partner, and set the freaking world on fire. So that's my tip. Sorry. I promise
I'm going to address some things in the chat real quick. I'm going to say this. Have I annoyed people with my social media post? Yes. Absolutely. I can guarantee people have probably hidden me, maybe even defriended me. Do their opinions of me pay my bills? No. Have they been able to help me be able to give back to my church more than I ever have this year? No. So I had to get over myself. Jessica will be the first to tell you, the first time I ever took a picture of myself, I had never taken a selfie. I think I sent it to her, and I was like, how does it look? It was terrible. And she was like, looks great, post it. And I had to go in the mindset, put my blinders on. I'm not going to look and see what other people are doing. You know, this business, some people can go and hit the ground running and take off. And you're like, did they really just sell 30 challenge packs and I sold like one? This last month, I'm going to be really honest for me, I hit a big goal in my business, but I was sitting at Success Club 2 on Christmas Day. Success Club 2. And I had to hustle to hit it, and I hit it. But I'm just saying there's going to be some good months and bad months. Don't take it personal, you know? And when I post right now, I literally post as like a diary of my life. Sometimes it might be entertaining, and sometimes it might not be to people, and that's okay. But if I get so caught up, I'm like, oh, what are they going to think if I'm posting this, my transformation? I just can't. And I know too, because I've been doing it for 2 years now, that for every one person that I've annoyed, I've probably gotten one mean message, and I like cried. I got one mean message. For every person I probably annoyed, I know I have helped so many more. And when I get that one message that says, Raquel, you have saved my life and you have saved my marriage, worth it. Absolutely worth it. So whenever I'm like, I don't know if I should post this, I just have to think, one, I'm posting it for me. This is the diary of my life and my journey and what I'm doing. And if it helps one person, and maybe they never comment, maybe they never like, maybe I'll never even know how I've impacted their life. But I just feel like that's what we do as coaches, is we help people live happier, more positive lives. So just know you can do this, and you probably don't even know the people you're inspiring by sharing your journey. You probably don't even know the amount of people that you're helping. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
I totally agree, Michelle. I see your comment. My cousin tried to tell me I'm doing this for validation and thinks I'm being fake. Here's like everything, Raquel, and I'm not going to get on another soapbox. I'm not, but when people say those kind of things, they have something going on with them, because happy people are happy for other people. And if you feel jealous or you feel angry or defensive or like that person, then you got to check yourself, because there's something else going on. But when you're genuinely happy with yourself, then you can genuinely be happy for other people. And you can also shake them haters off like, okay, I'm not kidding you. Some of my very closest family are like, really, with your scam, girl? And I'm like, I will see you in $1 million. Okay. Like, we're done here. And it just doesn't bother me. Like, I still love them. Like, it doesn't bother me, because I'm 1000% confident in who I am and what I'm doing. And I know I'm super genuine, and I know that I care about people, and I only want the best, and I'm pushing 1000%. And if people don't get that because they're stuck in something else, that's okay. But you can't let that bog you down. And don't compare yourself to other coaches, because that will ruin your business so fast. Because it is, like Raquel was easy. Sometimes people have, Success Club 87, and you're like, I can't even sell a challenge pack, but you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. I guarantee you, if someone's getting that much traffic, they're working very hard. And it's not to say that one is right and one is wrong, but just don't compare someone to yourself, because you may not be working at the same pace or same level, and you may not be aiming to, but just don't compare, because it can really seed doubt, and it just really seeds a lot of negativity when they may be just doing something worldly different than you are. And that's okay too.
One last thing I'm going to say, if you've been a coach, I've told you this before, one of the things that I say for people that make negative comments, I call it my bless and release. I say a little prayer for them, because maybe they're not in a good place in their life, and then I release them. Bless, release. It's like my little motto that I do for people. So hopefully it helps you. I don't know. But just know we're here for you. And if you need positivity and you need a pep talk, you know where to come, right? Okay, any other questions?
Comments or concerns?
Who's so excited for 2017? Okay, if we don't have any other comments or questions, we'll go ahead and end. Don't forget New Coach Boot Camp starts tomorrow. If you are somebody who's already done it, you're more than welcome to join us, jump up back in again. And then we'll also be starting a prep week in Facebook. If you want to be a part of that, Jessica will post a link for that later, and that will start tomorrow. Sound good? Okay. Y'all have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.